Hi all, welcome to learning on manual testing. Today we are going to deal with the types of software testing. So what are the types we have in software testing? We have two types. The first one will be sorry manual testing. The second one will be automation testing. So what is the difference between manual testing and automation testing? If you see the things, first one is manual testing. So many people will thought manual will have manual efforts, manual testing will have manual efforts, but whereas automation doesn't have any manual efforts. But it's wrong statement. So automation will also have the manual efforts, because who will write the code? Obvious, human has to write the code, right? So the difference will be not depending upon manual efforts. The basic difference will be the basic difference will be manual testing. Without manual testing, we can't start automation. So manual testing is mandatory before starting any automation. So it before starts before automation testing. Without manual testing, we can't start automation. So obvious over here it starts after manual testing. And the second difference between manual and automation is so automation testing requires an application to write or to run the scripts. Oh, something the new word scripts here. But whereas manual testing, it doesn't requires any application to write test cases. So there should be new terms here, test cases, something like scripts, right? So we learned about what are test case and test scripts later. Sorry. First for nothing but without seeing any application, on seeing the customer needs, what customer wants, and knowing what customer wants, I will write test cases. Something like information about what user needs. Consider it as a test cases. Which is another word. On seeing customer needs, uh, will write test cases. So same here. On seeing the application only, on seeing application will write test scripts, which is nothing but here application is mandatory. In automation, application is mandatory. Without application, we can't automate the system. And these are the basic the difference between manual testing and automation testing. So uh, sorry, we'll write test scripts here. So test script nothing but the coding part, not coding part. Uh, Depending on application will write test scripts to work the application, to work on the application. So this is a basic difference between manual testing and automation testing. So without manual, we can't start automation. So you may ask what is which one is important, manual testing or automation testing? It's depending upon our needs or depending upon the application. Some application prefers manual testing, some application prefers pure automation. Automation is to Why we are going for automation is to reduce the time consumptions and get faster results. So by using a an automation tool. So one point I need to discuss here is nothing but yes, there is automation tools we'll use for automation testing. So we have different automation tools. So those tools are nothing but automation tools. So we have Selenium, UFT, rate of QFT. So these are the basic automation tools in real market. So using these tools, okay, we have test complete like that. We have different tools are there. So basically, many people use Selenium UFT. So using these tools, will do automation. Uh, One thing here, and manual. Don't consider manual doesn't have any tools. Manual also will tools SQL servers, mainframes, Oracle servers, seeable. So like we have manual tools also there, but coming to the inter point of view, when anyone asks what is the difference between manual testing and automated testing, you can directly say that in manual testing we'll write a script test cases. Sorry, in manual testing we'll write test cases to check how application behaviors, but whereas in automation testing we'll write test scripts to check how application behaviors. So this is the basic difference between automation testing and manual testing. So coming to next topic, the process in manual testing. The first process will be, so many people that we have 5 or 6 process involved in manual testing. Sorry, sales document. So process in manual testing. So in order to automate a process manual testing, let's take a real-time example. So the basic real-time example will be construct an apartment. I have a team house to construct. So depending upon these real-time example, I'll try to give the process involved in manual testing. So now tell me, what is the things we need to construct my dream house? First thing is, first requirement will be, what's the first requirement? Obvious, we should require the land. Without land, we can't do anything. Land, and I need to know the locality, obvious. The locality should be as per my needs, and I should know is any pollution checks, and I'll go for 24 by 7 transport also, and I'll go for if any other water problem is there or not. So I will go for this is basic check whenever I want to take any or I want to construct any apartment. The land where I'm taking the land locality, and I will check the pollution checks. We do have any pollution, sound pollution, and another will be the water problem is there not, and also is there any supermarkets available? Distances from my schools, distances from supermarket, distance from my shopping malls, distance from my office, all these things we'll check. So the distance from my office, mm, and schools. So all those things will check before taking or before constructing any apartment. So basically, we'll take land. Depending upon the land, I'll see the what is the locality. All those things will check. These are basic first need to construct any apartment. After the requirement is fulfilled, so I will start planning planning of my apartment. So what will do the planning? So obvious planning is nothing but thinking about the future, right? Okay, nothing but thinking how many floors I need to construct my apartment. So how much cost will go for it, how much labor it requires. It's nothing but how much human resources it requires, uh, how much material it requires, and how much time it will take. All those are very, very important things. So in my planning, how many days it will take to complete, and human resource required, capital amount, how much capital amount it will go for it, and type of materials what I required, nothing but cement, concrete, sand, something like that, and etc. So these are the things I'll go in my planning part. The second one will be I'll start constructing my apartment. Nothing but I will start designing my apartment. Design is nothing but uh, construct the apartment, construct per apartment as per my plan. How was planned? I'm starting to construct my apartment. The fourth one will be so whenever we design is nothing but always re-verify. Okay, let's consider they're constructing as per my layout planning. So as my okay blueprint also will come here. Layout of my apartment as per the blueprint. Let's consider my hall should be 14 by 14. So I need to check whether my hall is 14 by they are constructing my hall as 14 by 14. All those things will be compared with my expected values from the planning or expected values from blueprint. So that is nothing but there should be a verification carried out. There is nothing but I will compare the expected values the to the actual values. It's nothing but what they are really constructing, where I can physically see to my expected values from my blueprint because it is very, very important. So let's consider if I doesn't check go for here, if they deliver my if they constructed my apartment, if I see any problems in the application, sorry, in my apartment, I need to go for remodelization. It's nothing but everyone can see. I can see their patch. If I go for remodelation after constructing apartment, there should be a patch. So before deliver the apartment to me, I always re-verify. I always verify. So whether they are constructing as per the layout, whether they are constructing as per my budget or not, always there should be verification should be carried out. So before shipping the apartment into my hand. So verification nothing but I'll always compare the expected values to the actual values. The first one, the last one will be so everything has been examined in my hand only. I'll this is in my from my hand. This is also from my hand. This is also my from my hand. This is also from my hand, right? So everything is examined from my hand, and everything looks fine from my side. Which means that I need to close my eyes and go to my dream house, close my activities, and go to home. So these are the basic things we'll do for constructing an apartment. So same like to construct any manual testing, what we need is nothing but process. We'll have, sorry, let me copy it again. So depending upon depending upon this example, test, I need to place the word test here. Also, so what are the process manual testing? We'll have test requirement, test planning, test designing, test verification, test closure activities. So these are the four process we involved in manual testing. Okay, don't be confused. So depending on a real time example only, you need to understand the process. So in come to verification, we'll call it as execution. Okay. So the in process and manual test we'll have test requirement, test planning, test design, test execution, test closure activities. So that's it for the day. So we'll learn more things, more concepts on manual testing in further classes. Thank you.